Hey guys, Casey here, and welcome back to week 6 of the greenhouse updates. I have to plant a couple of things today. I'm going to transplant a couple of things today. And I also did get pots for the tomatoes, not that I'm going to transplant them just yet because they're still a little too small. But I got 48 of them and it's awesome. So that's taken care of. We are on permanent lockdown now until government tells us otherwise in my state of Montana as of today, actually. So we had picked up a bunch of soil. Most people went to the grocery store and we went to the garden center, so priorities, right? Let's go take a look. We've got the new fire red lettuces. Cinnamon basil's doing pretty good. Lime basil's doing pretty good. Lemon basil's fine. Getting there. Opal basil's getting buried by all the big plants nearby. Blue curled Scottish kale is good. Holy basil's, slowly and yet but surely growing. Cilantro's got some true leaves on it, looking like cilantro. Isn't that awesome? And the scarlet kale is doing pretty good. My celery is doing good, except for it is very thirsty right now, so it's very sad. Let's pour some water in it. There we go. We also have the bee balm, which is something that I need to transplant, and a very sad eggplant. A lot of his leaves are turning yellow, and I think I overwatered him, which wouldn't surprise me. So I stopped watering him, and hopefully he'll be alright. The Romanesco broccolis are doing good. We've got the banana peppers. Now, with my banana peppers, I'm going to switch sides with that broccoli here. Damn things are starting to flower already. So, I have to go through and pick off these flowers because they still got plenty of time in the greenhouse before they go outside. So there is no need for them to be trying to pop out little peppers in the greenhouse. So, and they're not the only ones. This guy here has got a flower in the middle of him, and this is a purple beauty bell pepper. So we're going to take that. Look. Oh, he's got a handful of flowers. I'm happy that they're so happy, but they need to not try and set flowers in the greenhouse. They won't do any good. I don't think there is enough light in this thing to actually produce. I mean, if I can grow everything just inside the greenhouse, it's awesome, but not to mention they're in solo cups. There's no hope for them. It smells like peppers in here, though. Bell peppers. Oops, I didn't mean to take your leaf. Sorry, dude. My bad. Anyways, another celery. Some more flowers back here. The world's not ready for your gorgeous flowers, guys. Sorry. So basically, I'll just have to keep an eye on them from here on out. Make sure that they're not trying to produce in this little greenhouse, because I really don't think it'll do it any good at all whatsoever. So they're drinking up water like a beast. I can hardly keep enough water in here. It's getting to the point where I'm going to have to raise the light up so they can... This is too close. It may cause some problems eventually. We do have the onions in here because there's been overcast for the last 4 days, and there'll be overcast for like the next 5, and then there's one night where it drops down into like 9 degrees at night, I believe. So they're in here not getting hardened off at the moment because there's no point in hardening them off if there's no sun. Sweet Williams, I have found out that they really don't like being moist, excessively moist for large amounts of times, and I haven't watered them since last video, and they're still very wet, so they're one of the ones I'm going to transplant. I'm going to get them into new soil, and hopefully they will stop curling and dying and being wilty. Lettuce is still doing good. Broccoli is okay. Last time they were out there, they got eaten by our landlord's dog, along with most of my onions and all my plant tags. So I have no idea what's what anymore. A lot of my tags are missing, which is fantastic. I have officially barred off our porch though, so the dog can't access it. But they're all doing okay. Some onions are doing better than others. Look at that. Doing good, doing good. The tomatoes are doing good. I'm going to pluck that one out of there because I only need one. Some of these, like the Vernus sausages here, I'm going to separate. They're doing really good together. Most of them have gotten true leaves at this point. Gotta bop them all. This one hasn't gotten anything in it, but I did save a cup that had 2 of them. So it would, so I can make up for missing that one. Flowers are doing good. Now take note of this here African daisy plant. See, it's purple. It's got 2 little nubs. The only time I planted these obviously a week before my tomatoes. So mind you that. And these were the only places I planted them. They didn't go into solo cups. Okay, so some more tomatoes here. The new bee balm I planted has got 2 little things in it. Another early girl. Now this is the one I wanted to show you. Womp. Look at what we've got here. Growing in my tomato plant. I don't know what it is, but it sure looks like an African daisy to me. Which would be really interesting because, again, I only planted them in those little flats there. And then the other eggplant. Doing pretty good. The chives are outside. Having a blast. Okay, so I'm going to transplant my flowers that I needed to transplant. And yeah, let's do that really quick. Debating whether or not to fix my bell peppers and my eggplants into bigger containers. Look at how filthy my hands are now. The soil's pretty moist, but I'm going to stick bee balm into one of the big cups. So this is when you definitely need to have been transplanting. You don't want them to get that lock going where they just sit there and circle at the bottom of the cup or the container. You know, it's pretty sad. We don't want them to do that. We want them to be happy and spread out. So we're going to encourage this guy to grow free. That's all I wanted to show you. Okay, so I just finished transplanting. I did go ahead and transplant all of the peppers, eggplants, and I'm really glad I did because their roots were just circling the bottoms of the cups, so they're all super sad now. I did do the bee balms as well. They're all in their own individual pots. There's some new eggplants. The Sweet Williams I decided to keep on together until I plant them out, and I didn't really want to mess with them too much more than I already have. I should do this to the celery too, but not today. It takes forever doing this. I will tell you, I'm not a fan of transplanting eggplants because they're all spiky. That was pretty saddening. I did split up the 2 Vernus sausage tomatoes, so they're the first tomatoes to go into a big container. I may have to transplant them again into one of these, but we'll see how they turn out. And a sad shishito. Shishitos really don't like being disturbed at all. Poor thing. I know I was supposed to plant marigolds and Swiss chard, but I don't have time. I need to go feed the cats and the husband. So I will plant them afterwards so you guys will see them starting up next week. They should be popping up. And I do have a sunflower that I need to plant, but I'm pretty sure that is direct sow. I've never grown sunflowers before, so we'll see. Anywho, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye!